Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this. So we're back at it again. I know the previous video cut short quite quickly. It's just I'd run out of time basically and I forgot to film an ending. So I've nut and bolted that, so basically threaded a longer bolt through it and put a bolt on the other side with washers, and I left a piece of paper underneath it last night and it seems to be alright. There's no oil in the sump anymore, so it's good to go. So the exhaust manifold can get fitted and we can start cracking on with other things. I do need to move it out though, so we'll move it out so I've got more space at the back because I'm going to crack on with the bottom arms. Right, so the car's jacked up. It's on the jack and an axle stand. Just take the wheel off. So what I'm basically doing here is just making sure, because when I put the subframe in, I know I tighten the main frame, but I'm not sure if I tighten these arms. In fact, looking at that, I didn't. Also as well, a while ago I replaced the drums because there was water ingress that got inside here and it rotted the inside of these and they were solid. So my plan is to I need new shoes because I think they're pretty gone. So they're brand new, but it's not good unfortunately. So yeah, I need to replace the shoes because I need to fit the handbrake once I've tightened all this up. So we'll have a look. So we've got the handbrake pin there that goes down to the handbrake bracket, I want to call it. I don't know what it's officially called. So yeah, so I'm just going to go underneath. And there's a nut and bolt, there's a nut on the other side of that. Let's just see if I can tighten it and then hopefully just check everything else as well. I need to check the adjustment I've got on the high-lows because that'll go backwards and forwards, so I need to double check that as well. Right then, what I've done now is I've tightened that inner bolt, tightened the outer bolt, tightened the shock bolt, and I've also mocked up a brake line to go to the back there. It runs to a braided, and then there's brake lines either running across the subframe, so all I need to do is make the one that goes all the way to the front. So that's more or less done. This is only mocked up for now because I do need a new shoes and new cylinder as well because they're absolutely knackered, but they're just in there just to offer it up for now. And then I can clean these on the inside and then that should be good to go, and then obviously fit the handbrake. So I'm going to do the same to the other side and we should be good to go. Right, now everything's tight underneath, it's time to have a go at this now. So if you can see that there, that's like a barb fitting. I think they're quite expensive for the tool to do that. So what I'm going to try and do is just flare it and then that should make the pipe, the fuel hose, sorry, much more difficult to come off, giving it a better seal. So let's give it a go. So it worked. I've put that one back on already, but I left this one off and it's actually worked. Look, something I did actually worked. So I need to put this little bit of fuel line on there, but I left it off just to show on the video. And then if we go underneath, I need to tidy these lines up. So if you can see down there, they hang really low, so I need to adjust that. So I'm going to pin them here, they're pinned there, and then pin them all the way down, but I'm going to pull, you see, yeah, they're quite low at the front, so I'm going to pull them so they're right up into the engine bay, and then they should be away from everything. So that's my plan next. So that's the fuel lines all pinned up using P-clips. I've had to drill and nut and bolt it because I wanted to use these, but I didn't have any nuts that fit. I think they take plastic nuts if I'm honest, because they have the wider brackets. Anyway, I didn't use them. I've also put tape every so often on one of the fuel lines, and the reason for that is so that's my fuel in. So if I have any issues in the future, I know which pipe to look at straight away. So that's all the way down there, all the way up to the front. I've also installed the seat bracket while the car was up in the air. So it comes round here, up down the back of the steering rack, back of the subframe, and into the fuel rail. And then that is the fuel system all done. So let's see what else I can get on with. Right, it's another day now, so we're going to get on with something different. The other night I started to I fitted the handbrake lever, I fitted the front cable. I don't really want to go too much further than that until I've got the new rear shoes, fitting kit and wheel cylinders. And then I can go all out and fit that then, and then the car will run on the handbrake. I'll be able to brake it on the handbrake, do some skids, obviously. Right, so what I'm going to do, now I've cured this oil leak, it's bone dry under there now. My plan is now to fit the exhaust manifold, because that's obviously, I don't know if you remember Adam Campion's video where we had flames spitting out of here. Well, I don't fancy that. So my plan is to fit the exhaust manifold, and then that should be it for now, until I come up and do something new. So let's get this fitted. It's like it won't even off this car then. Right. So that's the exhaust manifold all tightened up now, and then this is a boss for the Lambda sensor to go into. So I'm going to fit that now while I'm here actually, fit that. So the Lambda sensor used to be at the front here, which would interfere with the grill and everything, so I couldn't have it there. So now, I hope this fits. I'll give that a tweak up, and then that moves the Lambda sensor to be over there, which is completely out of the way of everything. I can run it wherever I want now, basically, but I think it'll run probably over this way, sort of like down there. So yeah, so I think that's it for this episode. The next episode is going to be brakes and wiring, I think. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.